Hello everyone, thanks for you coming to my channel. How are you? How are you today? Just will be Christmas. First, I will be greeting for the Merry Christmas for the friend, for all friend behind of this screen. And today, this video especially I will be making for the AL news. That is talking about the China declare. China having special China have a declare victory of absolute poverty. In China we call is a poverty relief project. That's a project is by our country government. This communist government is a really big project because we want the people getting more rich and richer. And of course, we cannot forget somebody is really poor. Is most of the time it's such like Guizhou province in deeply mountain area. We have a lot of mountain, but they are still have a lot of family, lot of people in there. So and the people living there they have a really poor life but not is the actually in China government do a lot of policy. Before we have the policy is the name called 要享富先修路. That's in Chinese. I'm sorry, I speak in Chinese. This means 要享富 means if you want rich and then you should be 先修路 means you should be first making the road, like a road connect to your home or your city. And then we build that's why we build a lot of new highway, new road, very good road come to every contact with every town or every try to contact with every village. But in the Guizhou area is very difficult because a lot of them is a lot of mountain. We need to spend a lot of money to build a road, but this village only have maybe less than 100 or 200 people. So more and more young people is from the city is already go to east of China, go to the factory area. So that is a very big project. They don't want to stay home in the deeply mountain, but they left the parents. They left the parents and the kids in the deeply mountain area. So they will be studied there. And then the children need to wake up around around 5 o'clock and early morning, or sometimes it's 6 o'clock morning, and some of them cannot bring the breakfast or they cannot afford it for breakfast, and then they work for 2 hours, go to school. Most of the time, all the school is open around 7:30 a.m. in the everyday morning, but they are so far, 2 hours alone in deeply mountain. And also they have wild animal. So, and but this is not a big case. Some mountain is so steep. I even see some television show, television program is some children is climbing the step almost 140 meters and up the mountain and then find the other road to go to the school. That's the situation. In China, this is why we have a special we have there is a saying we call each place has its own way to supporting its own inhabitants, but the nature, we are motherland, cannot support you stay in the deep mountain area. And this is why the government said that now some people already become rich, less help for poor people. This is the the policy is poverty relief. So poverty relief most of the time is two part. The one part is they will be have some people will be moving from deeply mountain area come to bigger town, which place have a nice road or they have plenty space for the people. They want those people moving from a faraway, deeply mountain, go to bigger town or small city, and then they build houses, not houses, build a block building for people, and for them, for the poor people, and they can stay in the same of room, in the warmer room. And in this new town, they have the school, hospital, the restaurant, and also they have good transportation. The good transportation still cannot compare with a big city like Beijing, Shanghai, Guangzhou, Shenzhen, but it's much better. And also electricity is 24 hours. So this is the Chinese government doing the way. But the most important things for children, they can go school, don't need wake up that early anymore. They can wake up around 6:30 and then having the breakfast, walking maybe only 10 or 15 minutes, or parents can driving scooter to bring the kids go to the school. And this is for kids. And second is for the parents. Before they stay in the mountain area, is the mountain, and some of mountain cannot growing the rice. Not every mountain can grow in the rice because they need a lot of water, and that mountain only can growing some fruit, or some place only can growing the corn, popcorn. But those things is still, we are the small farmer. We don't have huge land, and that a small farmer cannot selling the fruit, and then they cannot cover your cost for the cover your life cost. When you're selling the fruit, they cannot make enough money for your life. This is why the young people, young generation, always have a dream, I want outside of this mountain. If they are before making this fruit tree, and the fruit cannot easily transport, go outside, and the price is very low, and cannot like a big farmer, they have a truck and pick up all of fruit and then they're moving. That's the another sense. So, and the third sense is poverty relief project is good for people. That is the they have electricity. Besides, the government is already making electricity for their home, but they don't have a gas system in the deep mountain. I mean the deep mountain area. So they need to cut a tree. When they cut a lot of tree, they will be making soil cannot stay in the mountain very well. So that's why they have more in nature disaster. And now, when everybody moving from far away, deeply mountain, go to bigger town, and they have public services, the government want giving services for them. So they build a factory. Let the people work in the factory. And also, they have a gas can come to your house. And also, they have a good electricity system. They can use the electricity, some cooking food in the home. So that is, I think it's a good project. But they also talking, they are the people forcing, they use the forcing to this word to work. This is totally wrong, because in China we have a labor law. Labor law means everybody is work for 8 hours. And 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week, this is the law. And in China, everybody need to follow this law, okay? And then, but the government also make the law means they are not refuse people have overtime. And but when you're doing overtime, you need a double pay. So now the most of factory will be doing like this: is 8 hours a day, I give you basement price, and then if every day you took 1 hour extra, they need a double pay. This means if you work 1 hour, that's look like 2 hours, and then you can got 2 hours the income, and then most of the time they will be have 2 hours extra. That means 10 hours a day. That will be 4 hours. That is a half day price. But of course, some factory is not good. But this factory is not controlled by government. You know, the most of the time they will be let them running in the market system, and the government will be supposed for the factory. They will not control factory. They will be supporting for the factory, maybe giving some tax law, making some tax law for them. They say, oh, you don't need to pay income tax for me. So that is the poverty relief system. But they, and also that they find somebody is, they say, oh, the land is very important. Yes, land is important. They will be important, lock you in the deep mountain, and you cannot come out because you have a mountain you have a mountain land in there, small pieces. It's not whole 10 mountains belong to you. No, impossible. That's only small pieces of land for you. They cannot supporting you living there. If you're living there, your family, your children will be always there. And actually is no children anymore because no any beautiful lady want married with the poor people in deep of mountain. So the government is thinking about poor people in my country. I hope in your country no homeless people on the street, and less help for poor people together. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Goodbye.